Hello. Good morning. Good day. Good evening, wherever you are, peeps.
Yeah. Good to be
Hi.
here with my sister. Hello,
I know.
darling. How's
We
it
just
going?
literally come together for these really powerful moments. So I love it. It's so creative and fun. And at the end, we're always like, wow, that was awesome. So trusting the awesomeness that just kind of comes in the moment, right?
Yeah, being in the emergence. And
I love that, yeah.
we're just with this incredible color of rhododendron here with this beautiful giants. We're in the grove of the giants. We're under some trees that are 100 plus feet tall, I think.
I know, it's wild, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. They kind of remind me of our spine.
Yeah.
You know, like they're like all about having a nice straight spine and reaching our crown towards the sky. And this feels good to drop in here. I love this. I love your place and how we get to just visit all these little spots in nature.
I know.
We just pop in.
So grateful as well. And
yeah,
we could just talk about trees forever. I mean, they're just so fascinating to me, right? Like, when you look at like the images of their tree trunk and how they show the years of their growth are so similar to our
fingerprints.
Thank you, fingerprints.
Oh wow!
And when you look at the lung, an X-ray of the lung and the areola and the is that the right
alveoli.
Word? Alveoli. I'm studying a lot about the physiology of breastfeeding right now, so there you go.
The areola.
Yeah.
That's okay. Probably the same thing.
Yeah. Well, that's the point, right?
Because it is like that. It's a network. It's like a root network kind of
and
thing.
so when you see the imaging of lungs, it looks so much like tree branches, foliage, right? So again, we're just such reflections of each other, really, with trees. And so we could just talk about it forever, you know, how they make babies and how they nourish their babies and commune with babies underground through the root system. And
we were just watching a show about trees and with that lady, Simard, who's a UBC professor, who was studying about mother trees and how they take that everything is connected and that it's not like one tree standing for itself. They're all connected and taking care of each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
And then we can really learn from them as far as being receivers and broadcasters. You know, we're really these conduits between the worlds and how we communicate, you know.
And they're perfectly like us, right?
Yeah.
Like what they give out, we need, and what we give out, they need, and we're perfectly compatible in that way.
Yeah, I could talk about them forever because I just love it, you know. I get so much solace from, like you said, mirroring with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love the trees too.
Yes, we love
our trees. Fun fact, something you might not know about me is that I was a tree planter.
Oh.
Yeah, for 14 years.
Oh, wow.
And I personally have planted over 1 million trees.
That's a lot of work.
I know.
I can think of is like...
That's exactly how it was.
Yeah.
One by one.
1 million. That's a lot.
I know. Yeah. It's kind of one of the things I'm most proud of in my life. So I have a very close relationship with trees, because when I was planting trees, the fun thing about planting trees is that you were supposed to space them at a certain distance apart, and you were kind of checked on that.
6 feet apart.
Yeah, it had to be right. Had to be correct. And if I got to a spot and I was trying to plant a tree and it wasn't working and it was a real battle, and then I would look up and I would be right next to another one and go, oh, I wasn't supposed to be here in the first place. So I learned to communicate with them and listen to them and have them show me where they wanted to be, because you know, in the moment it's all about getting them in the ground, but the truth is that they're going to live in this place where I put them for a very long time.
Yes.
So I learned how to let them choose where they were going to go.
Yeah,
and
that's
it was
because
really
you're so
good.
mindful and magical yourself.
I was young.
Not
so
everybody.
I was in a hurry.
Still there within you. I believe that.
I've
But
grown up a bit.
I just don't think that every tree planter would think that way. Like that was an instinct that you developed because of who you are, right?
Well, and for 14 years of doing it, I learned how to listen. It wasn't all there at the beginning. So it was a relationship, you know, like they were teaching me.
I just see you as that magical being, but okay.
Oh.
You weren't.
Thanks. No, I was kind of dumb.
I just always see you that way.
Wow.
Where were you planting, on Vancouver Island or interior?
I planted a lot
BC?
around Vancouver Island, and I planted in the interior, and I planted up north. I planted way up north in Alberta and way up north in British Columbia, and sort of dipped my toe up into the Northwest Territories and the Yukon. But yeah, mostly it was British Columbia and Northern Alberta.
Yeah.
And it was real
Incredible.
It was a huge gift.
Yeah.
Being able to do that. Yeah. And to just contribute to the amount of oxygen on the planet, you know.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing.
Making my mind kind of be blown in that the numbers of trees that you planted. Yeah.
Yeah, one by one.
One by one.
Yeah. So we like to talk, me and the tree. Anyway. So yeah, here we are in this beautiful little grove, and with the lovely mycelial network under our feet, the network of communication everywhere that's so like us. And we want to talk about singing today.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the sounds that trees make, and I wonder if, I'm sure, again, I'm just kind of grabbing pieces from the field, but that there's been tests around what sounds get made, you know?
Yeah. Our friend Cha-Cha, she knew somebody who had some sort of a machine that she could connect to plant life, and it would play their music. Yeah. Right? So it's a thing.
Because we were at a concert together last night in our community with fundraising
in the choir.
And so we got to see some real beautiful music and be a part of that and sing ourselves, which is, you know, great. I was like, gather it up and let it go. That was our piece of the round, and it was just so perfect for me, because I feel as I'm going through menopause that I really am gathering up, you know, all the pieces, you know, of the past, so to speak, and letting it go and moving into this next chapter. So for me, it was a very spiritual evening as well, just perfectly aligned. The lessons were there for me, and like I'm talking about this with Ingrid, and then the next song we're singing this whole thing, and I was like, wow, this is just so divine,
so perfect.
And local musicians, local choir, and supporting one of the most, I guess, important Indigenous events of the year they were describing. What was the name of it? Do you remember? Food. It was around food.
It was an Indigenous food event where they're sharing traditional foods, and traditional harvesting and preparation with each other, and having the elders and the young people together to learn from the elders about the proper ways of harvesting. And
blessed be, right? And then they're hosting community from far and wide, aren't they, at that event?
From the whole island.
From the whole island. So beautiful to see so many faces and friends that, you know, we know in this community. It's not that big in the end. It feels, you know, that there was just so much there last night. It was so rich. I definitely cracked open my vocal cords.
The throat chakra opened up.
Because
I didn't know we were going to be singing. I thought we were going to be witnessing them performing. I didn't know how much singing for ourselves there was going to be. And
beautiful, right?
That was really cool.
Such a gift. Where I was sitting, because you were kind of sitting head on at the back of the room. I was sitting to like the to the right, so I could see Carrie conducting. From the front, so I could see her face and her arm movements and her heart, and I was just like, it opened my throat chakra for sure. I was singing my heart out, and it's just really inspiring to realize how healing it is to bring sound into your, or up, you know, and what that resonates and moves in the process. So I was thinking, oh yeah, singing is such a vital life tool. Humming, making noise, right? Certainly in you know, witnessing birth, I see how sometimes women move from not making noise and being kind of internal and awkward with noise making, and when you know, go alongside and make noises, humming, grunting, whatever it is, they feel more able to let that out, and then by the time they're in pushing, it's just this, like, you know, can be this symphony, right?
Wow.
So yeah, move the sound, moving sound through our voices is just so vital.
You're making me remember that I did that when I was in labor the first time. I did a lot of toning.
Yes.
Yeah, just the whole, like, really holding that sound.
Yeah.
It just naturally was emerging. And what I was going to mention was that the person who was doing percussion, Tom.
Oh, right.
So we used to go to a spirit lodge on Thetis Island, and our teachers were Roy and Janice, and we would sing. We would always sing. Part of the spirit lodge was singing, and so we would go there for sound journeys. And so Roy and Janice would play different instruments, like we would be laying down, and they would play different instruments for us to have spirit journeys and meet our guides and meet elementals and stuff like that. And they would play crystal bowls, drums, flutes, chimes, like all kinds of different instruments. But we didn't just go there to receive. Part of our ceremonies that we would have, we would get together, we would share in circle, like share kind of where we're at today. And we would sing a song to welcome the four directions. We would sing Om Namah Shivaya.
Yes.
We would sing, different songs would come in. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. And the beauty of that, of the Spirit Lodge, was that we would not, there was like no wrong notes. There wasn't like, here's the tune, sing this is how it is. We were totally allowed to make whatever sounds we wanted to, and it was about waking ourselves up inside with sound.
Yes.
So that once we had done that and we were singing together, and it was like, wow, you know, like we're like not screaming, but really feeling that field of permission to make sounds. It was incredible how much of a journey was then available because we opened our voices.
Ooh, a little
two hummingbirds.
Whoa, look at that. Whoa. Speaking of sounds.
Holy moly.
That was a male, female, must have been dancing there.
Yeah, they were dancing.
Yes.
Did you see? Oh my gosh, the color.
The ruby throat.
Oh. Wow, okay.
Worthwhile to be interrupted by the hummingbird song.
Hummingbird mating dance?
Yeah.
Ooh,
wow.
That was cool.
I'm hopeful
We're
for
both
that.
like,
I know. Wow.
Yeah. So,
absolutely, you're right.
Yeah, and you were
incredible.
saying right when I arrived that you were starting to look up, that you had heard about studies around humming and the activating our throat and making vibrations here in our chest, and what the healing effects that has on us.
Yes,
right?
and it's specifically a hum.
Okay.
And of course all sounds, like you were saying, are welcome and effective as far as like frequency, internal frequency. But yeah, the hum.
And we get hummingbirds.
Yeah.
Right on time.
Oh my God.
As if on cue.
As if cue the hummingbirds. Yeah, exactly, right? My limited awareness around it, which is now I'm going to look more into it because I'm curious around the hum and how it breaks cycles of anxiety even, or panic or anxiousness. That if you're humming, somehow the channels of anxiety and get interrupted. So it's a real tool to kind of bring yourself back into the present moment, I guess. I'm going to look into it because I
wonder if it has something to do with the effect on the vagus nerve.
Yeah, it must.
Okay.
And, with Om, the end sound is the hum, right? So, yeah, so there is some significance to humming. But even if you just practice it yourself and you practice bringing it further and further down into the chest, you can feel it. It's natural. It's just something that,
I mean, great.
After we left, the concert yesterday, I'm sure you were feeling it too, just that like uplift in energy, because everyone was, well, I don't know, maybe not everyone was singing, but the majority of us were in that resonance together, and just feeling that amplified in the room was just awesome.
There's a lot to be said for sharing sound in community like that. Yeah, I thought it was really, really well done, and inspiring. I was listening to them thinking, wow, I'm gonna create more, and how inspiring creation is through sound. So I loved the box drum, which was one of the main beats. Do you know that instrument? Yeah.
Sitting on it and just playing it so simply, and then there's just that beautiful resonance. So anyhow, I was really inspired.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's interesting too when you talk about creativity too, because in contemplation of the chakras, our throat chakra is where we express ourselves. It's also the expression of our will, of like choosing what we want to express. It's the connection between our heart and our throat. Like heart. What's coming up from our heart.
Heart, throat, mind, brain.
Yes, right? It's right in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's also a center of creativity.
Yeah.
So like we have creativity center in our belly, but also what we choose to express. So, and even what we're doing here in conversation, we're putting words to ideas, we're expressing with our voices, and you and I both know that for us both it's been a breakthrough.
Yes.
Right? In terms of our self-expression, being able to share on camera like this.
Yes.
Hi, Loren.
Hey.
It takes something, right?
It does.
We have, I think, part of our human journey has to do with, we come in as babies and we cry. We use our voices. Our voices are our main way of communicating what we need. And then over time, we learn to be quiet. How often do children get that message, be quiet?
Well, seen, not heard, right?
Or heard. Yeah, to be seen and not heard. Yeah. And then here we are later in life, learning to find our voices again. Is this journey, this rite of passage of like allowing ourselves to share our authentic truth.
Yes.
Just like last week we let ourselves dance.
Oh yeah.
Today we're going to let
ourselves
we will be
sing.
And who knew in starting this journey that we would be doing this?
I know.
Because it's like the more we open our voices, the more unfolds for us.
So true. It's such a powerful tool, isn't it?
Yeah.
To think of those little vocal cords in there.
Yeah.
Doing what they're doing.
Yeah. Vibrating and making sound. And so we're really tapping into vibration.
It is frequency.
Actively. If we're talking about frequency and vibration, there's this part of our body that vibrates.
Yes.
Right? Where we can actively vibrate it by just making sounds.
Yeah.
So
I'm getting lost in all of those thoughts.
It's pretty fun.
I love it. Yeah.
I know.
I mean, how did we know there was going to be this many vital life tools to talk about? I mean, every week.
No idea.
Every week we just keep finding more, which is so fun for me. I really enjoy that. And because it is a day-to-day thing, and the more we can choose those vital actions, vital tools, we're adding to our resource, right, of resiliency, of vitality. So I love this. I love that this is just generating on its own, really.
Yeah. We didn't have a plan. We started with the title, and then it's just like, oh,
Evolved from
tools. Oh, well, we got a toolbox. Here's another one. Here's another one. And you and I didn't know that going to see music last night was going to be us activating our voices and then going, whoa, we're both so present to this as a vital life tool.
Yeah, I mean, right on,
just landed.
Seeing each other this morning. It's like singing,
I think we want to talk about singing. Yes, we do.
Have you ever been in a choir? Have you ever? No.
No, not since I was like
in school?
Yeah, like grade 9 music class. Yeah.
I think so, me too.
Uh-huh.
And synchronistically, like randomly tomorrow, which is Saturday, I'm going to Kirtan at the Vancouver Island Yoga School, and Kirtan is, you know, the Sanskrit, based in Sanskrit, faith, and the Om Namah Shivaya, right? And so again, you know, you're activating these sacred sounds, sacred frequencies, and singing together, and the benefit of that. So I'm looking forward to it because, way back when I used to teach yoga and practice that faith, Kirtan was something that I loved, you know, the instruments, and obviously the sounds and the lyrics, the choice of words, and just how deeply connected that is. And their faith is just so rich, so ancient, right? So anyway, tomorrow more singing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I've heard it said that Sanskrit is a vibrational language.
Yeah.
That the sounds actually, like each letter carries frequency.
Yeah.
So it's such an intentional language.
Yeah. And when you practice it for a length of time, even hours, it's a tool for transcending, you know, realms as well. So that makes sense, doesn't it? And the kind of portals we can open through sound and meditation. So yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow and have more practice. But yeah, I'm really inspired to sing. Like when we did the water ceremony, I have never sang in front of people like that, and I did that chant on the edge of the water, and that really moved me. It really was this all-encompassing healing,
got things moving
thing that just kind of came through the moment. And since then I've been more aware of my joy around singing, and look at what happens, like the experiences are just showing up. So
I love that.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's good to practice these things that bring us joy. I heard a song recently, and I don't want to promise putting things in the link because I think last week I may have thought of some things to put and maybe I didn't, but this song is really cool, and one of the lyrics is I no longer orient around pain, I organize around pleasure. And I just thought, like, that lyric is so cool, right? And so, you know, you can organize around pleasure, like finding those things that bring you joy and making sure they happen in the week, or, you know, embracing when the universe brings them to you. So, yeah.
It was a special joy for me last night being there with my husband and my daughter.
Yes.
Because my daughter loves to sing. And, but we don't sing together.
Yeah.
And so here we are sitting together thinking we're at a concert.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we're all going to sing now.
Yeah.
Okay. And being able to sing together and hear each other, it was so connecting. You know, not even realizing that there are barriers to that until they're being broken down, going, oh, here we are singing together. This is fun.
Isn't that great?
This is new.
Yeah. My
Really
boy was
cool.
supposed to come, but he was sick last night, so he didn't. It would have been fun for Jasmine and him to see each other again after all this time.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Because the last time they were together was at your place when we came swimming.
Forever ago.
Ago.
When they were children.
But yeah, isn't that interesting to think of barriers around that? Or, you know, until you don't notice, until you actually have the experience. And
it's
wasn't
like paradigm shifting.
Yeah.
We don't even know we have this paradigm that we don't sing. Together, and some families do, right? Some families have music as part of what they do together, and it's pretty cool.
Singing prayers, singing. Just and wasn't that trio last night quite amazing? How they harmonized together.
beautiful.
I mean, once they all started singing together, again, you're activated. I was activated into like another frequency somehow. Their voices were just amazing.
Yeah, and it was so freeing. Because when people get up and start singing and then invite you to sing as well, there's a liberation that's happening from this like bondage of, oh, we don't do that.
Yeah, right.
Right? It's like,
So, quiet,
okay, everybody, you're supposed to sing now. Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, am I singing it right? But like you said,
Yeah.
nobody was criticizing the sounds. We were all were all in it together. And just amazing again to see Carrie conducting, because conducting is such a invocation of this magic, and just watching her
drawing the sounds out of people.
and cueing and drawing. Yeah, it was just, she's just amazing. And she got to air, or a couple of songs were heard for the very first time last night, right?
Yeah. Also special.
World premiere.
Speaking into that like, that too was very ceremonial. Like, wow, we're initiating this sound into the world right now.
Cool.
What a sacred moment.
Yes.
Oh, it's a holy moment.
Really true. I didn't think of that. Because, like, you're saying that she's hoping that these songs then will take a life of their own and travel where they will and be sung by who they will and heard by who they will. And that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic. So
So-
what are we singing today?
Yeah. Row, row, row your boat.
That's a good one.
That you can come in with your...
I love that one. That's actually a really powerful song when you really think about it. Have you ever thought about it?
Tell me.
Because
it just
row
came
your
through.
boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Yes.
It's like, that's quite an affirmation, right? It's just saying, don't row your boat upstream.
Yeah.
Like, don't fight against it, right? Just go with the flow, man.
Gently down
Life is
the
just
stream.
a dream. Let's dream it the way we want.
Funny, that just came to mind.
Let's sing it. Let's sing it, but really gently.
Okay.
Okay?
You start, and then
Okay.
I'll come in, and we'll just kind of do
We'll
the
just
rounds
back
like
and
we
forth?
did last night.
Okay.
You keep singing, I'll keep singing.
I
We'll
love
do like
it.
3 rounds.
Okay.
Okay, this is crazy. All sounds
It's
welcome.
awesome.
All tones welcome.
Sing along.
Yes.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily,
Row, row,
merrily,
row
merrily,
your boat
merrily, life
gently
is
down
but
the
a dream. Row, row, row
merrily,
your boat
merrily,
gently
life is
down
but
the
a
stream. Merrily,
Row,
merrily,
row,
merrily,
row
merrily,
your
life
boat
is
gently
but
down
a
the
dream.
Row,
Row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
I couldn't help but want to join you.
Yeah, that's entrainment, right?
Row,
Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. With hummingbirds. I feel like that's what the trees wanted to hear.
I love you, babies.
We love you.
That was so cool how quickly that came into entrainment. Yeah. It's just like when we're together, it's just that instant.
Yeah, so beautiful. And we're totally holding our bodies
Yeah,
exactly
same.
the same. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
There was this one time, one of our videos, we just kind of landed and sat, and we both did exactly in tandem. It's so funny. We've danced together a fair bit, so we know how to just, let's just drop in together.
I love how natural it is. I really value you, Miss, and I see you forever as magic.
I love you.
I love you too, and all your life.
Just so joyous. That was fun. We might have to sing every time now.
Yes, sing, chant, hum, do what you can for yourself today.
Yeah.
Just activate any kind of sound that feels natural, and just let it be with yourself, be wherever you are.
Yeah.
And know that those tones reverberate out into the field, and that we're hearing you, and we're here with you. And
that's a great word.
Yeah.
Reverberate.
Right?
Thank you for that one.
Wah, wah, wah.
You're so brilliant. Thanks for doing this with me today.
Yeah.
I just love it.
The week goes by so wildly.
It does. I love that we just land. This is like where we land on Fridays, and this is sort of like tying up the week in a nice little bow. And it's a beautiful place of intention and fulfillment, and let's journey into a peaceful weekend together.
Yeah. Let's see if we can sing with our families this week.
Oh, I love that.
And we'll check in at the end of the week, whether it's around the campfire or the dinner table.
I often sing with
in
my
the car.
kids.
Yeah.
I don't often sing with my husband, but I often sing with my kids in the car.
Yes.
Because I let my daughter, for the most part, play the music.
Yeah.
So now I've learned her music, so I can sing along with her, right? But it was funny, even just this morning, Liam, he was helping me do some stuff with some tires, and he started singing a song from a video game, which I remember because I listened to my kids.
Yes.
And we started singing the song together, this Japanese anime song.
From that to row your boat. Like, you see how life is such a dream.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so sweet. So thanks for this holy moment together.
Again,
This moment of liberation of our voices, and may your voice be free. May your voice be free. May you speak your truth, and may you sing your song, and may you merrily row your boat all day long.
Yes. Gently down the stream.
Gently. Mwah! We love you. See you next time.
See you soon.
Bye, friends.